The surprising collaboration between Jungkook and DJ Snake has shaken the foundations of K-pop in a single bass drop. Released without much warning, the song immediately drew global attention and sparked heated discussions. Is this Jungkook's new sound, and beyond that, the blueprint for BTS's future? More importantly, are we ready to support this bold move? Undeniably, this collaboration sounds very different from Jungkook's previous work. His soft vocals now clash beautifully with DJ Snake's explosive EDM production, creating an intense, global, and more mature musical atmosphere. This is not just a song, this is a statement. Jungkook is shaping a new musical identity, and he's doing it without compromise. He chooses to crash through boundaries, not merely expand them. Instead of being trapped in old expectations, Jungkook is leading an evolution. His voice is no longer framed by conventional K-pop structures, but is set free in a broader global soundscape. We must recognize that this is not a deviation, but a form of progress. And this is where support becomes essential. Because only through the bravery of artists like Jungkook to evolve can K-pop stay relevant and compete internationally. Some may feel shocked or even awkward hearing this sound for the first time. But if listened to more closely, this song is proof of undeniable musical maturity. Jungkook is not leaving BTS. He is expanding the artistic possibilities that can, in fact, enrich the group's future direction. If we truly love music, then this is the moment to open up, not reject. The market response has spoken early. Millions of streams within hours, trending in multiple countries, and praise from Western producers. But more than that, we as listeners have a crucial role to support this artistic courage so it continues to grow. Works like this prove that K-pop is not stagnant. It can evolve. It can change. And Jungkook proves himself as a pioneer of that transformation. IT must be emphasized. This new sound not only reflects Jungkook's incredible vocal ability, but also a deep musical understanding. He dares to adopt elements long considered not K-pop and turns them into part of K-pop. This is the leap needed to carry the genre into the next decade. It's time we stop asking why change and start asking why not. If BTS is a symbol of change and strength in the music industry, then Jungkook's move fully aligns with that spirit. He shows that being part of a legend doesn't mean stopping innovation. On the contrary, true legends keep shaping the future, not just celebrating the past. We're not witnessing a split. We're witnessing an expansion. And in this expansion, Jungkook's new sound, now dancing with DJ Snake's global production, is a symbol of courage. This isn't the downfall of BTS. This is an era of redefinition. And every redefinition needs support, not doubt. Instead of being trapped in fear of change, let's make this a turning point of support. Let's listen more deeply, understand the new direction, and take part in driving this evolution to the next peak. The world is listening, the industry is shaken. Now it's our turn as listeners to decide the next course of history. This new sound is not just an experiment. It's a necessity, and Jungkook has given it to us. Now it's up to us to decide, support it, or be left behind by change. We must acknowledge a reality that may be difficult for some ARMY to admit. Jungkook's new voice in collaboration with DJ Snake doesn't sound familiar. It doesn't resemble the emotional melodies once embedded in songs like Euphoria or Still With You. Nor does it fully represent the distinctive BTS characteristics we know, dynamic, reflective, and full of emotion. But this is exactly where we are tested. As listeners, as fans, and as ARMY, does our loyalty only apply to familiar sounds? Or does it fully apply when Jungkook and BTS as a whole are in the process of growing and changing? Yes, this is indeed different. The more aggressive EDM beats, the more experimental song structure, even Jungkook's vocal placement feeling more international than local, all create a sense of unfamiliarity for some long-time listeners. But difference doesn't mean rejection. It is in this space of difference that we are given the opportunity to understand more deeply that true musicians don't stand still in stagnant artistic comfort. Jungkook is not just a singer, he's an artist undergoing exploration, and in every new note, he's taking us to a world we might not understand today, but could deeply admire in the future. So when this sound feels foreign, it doesn't mean it's wrong. When this musical approach seems to drift from BTS's roots, it doesn't mean it's betrayal. Here lies true integrity, the courage to change even when not everyone will accept IT's army. We've witnessed various phases of BTS. From their early career struggles, the golden era with Dynamite and Butter, to the reflective period with Yet to Come. Now we're facing a new phase, an individual phase, an experimental phase, and a phase of uncertainty. But isn't true love about being there not only at the peak, but also when they choose a path not everyone understands? So the question is no longer whether we like this song or not. The bigger question is, are we willing to grow with them, even when their musical direction doesn't meet our personal expectations? Let's see this as an opportunity, not a threat. Jungkook and DJ Snake's collaboration is not the end of BTS's sound, but an expansion of its universe. It opens the door for K-pop to stand alongside, even dominate, in a broader, bolder global music landscape. We can and should be critical. Yes, we may discuss stylistic differences, question promotional strategies, or even suspect industrial motives behind it. But after all that analysis, let's ask ourselves, are we still with Jungkook? Are we still part of BTS's journey, regardless of the forms and sounds to come? Because ultimately, an artist's identity is not defined by one song or one genre. It is defined by their consistency in trying, in failing, and in rising again. And Jungkook, in this move, shows us all that he is trying. He is proving that music can never be boxed into fixed expectations. So, let us as ARMY affirm one thing: a different sound is not a reason to step away. In fact, that difference is the reason we stay. We're not only supporting the voice of Jungkook we knew, we're supporting his courage to discover a new one in a constantly changing world. The courage to keep creating is a victory in itself. And as long as Jungkook keeps walking the path he believes in, we have one duty that must never change: to support him fully, with awareness, honesty, and an open heart. But change never comes without resistance. In music history, every major transformation has always been followed by doubt, even rejection. The Beatles when they shifted to psychedelic rock, Taylor Swift shedding country, or even BTS when they first released Dynamite with full English lyrics, all stirred controversy. But from those bold decisions, new history was written. Jungkook is now at a similar point. And as part of a generation of Korean musicians born in the era of digital globalization, he's not just competing on a local stage, he's competing on the world stage. So it's only natural that his choices are more radical, more experimental, and sometimes break from conventional K-pop patterns. He's not playing in a safe zone. He's carving out new space that may become a foundation for future Korean artists. Beyond that, this move also reflects Jungkook's personal maturity. We've known him since his teenage years. Innocent, shy, full of energy. Now, he appears as a musician aware of his potential and responsibilities. He knows that every song, every production choice, every collaboration he makes can open new doors or even set precedents for the next generation. So it's no small thing when he decides not just to please his fans, but also to challenge them. And honestly, it's that challenge that keeps us emotionally connected. Because fandom isn't just about enjoying the music, it's about a shared journey. It invites us to experience the artist's dilemmas, risks, and successes. Jungkook's song with DJ Snake isn't just a musical experiment. It's a new chapter in the emotional journey between artist and fan. Let's be honest for a moment. Not all of us will immediately love this song. Maybe for some, the atmosphere feels too foreign, the beat too aggressive, or even too Western in its production. But isn't that what art is for? To open horizons, not just repeat comfort. At this point, there's one value we must hold together: openness. Because only by being open can we see that Jungkook's new sound is not a loss, but an expansion. That his bravery isn't a threat to BTS, but a contribution to a more inclusive, broader, and richer BTS future. This sonic shift also aligns with global taste changes. Today's global music industry no longer strictly separates genres. EDM can blend with R&B, pop with trap, Even traditional music can coexist with cutting-edge digital production. Jungkook understands this, and instead of being a trend follower, he chooses to be a pioneer, bringing his identity into the trend. We should also view DJ Snake's role in this collaboration more deeply. Not just as a French EDM producer, but as a cultural bridge, someone who dares to blur language, national, and market boundaries. With a track record of global collaborations with Selena Gomez, Ozuna, Cardi B, and Blackpink, DJ Snake has the ability to read cross-continental tastes. So when he chose Jungkook as a partner, it wasn't a random decision. It was recognition of Jungkook's global capability and appeal, not just as a K-pop idol, but as a musician, and Jungkook answered that trust with full conviction.